Coming up on today's show, we're going to break down who ESPN named as the Cowboys' biggest offseason winner and top surprise, and why it is a good thing this was the selection for the Dallas Cowboys. Before we dive into that, we will be raffling off the George Pickens jersey later today on our live show. So the most comments on today's video gets an entry into the raffle. Last winner was B Fatty. Congratulations. Let's see who does it today. Flood the comment section. You probably got to do over 100 comments to get in. But you know what? For today only, everyone who does 100 comments will put you into the raffle. So flood the comment section right now. The selection from ESPN for the biggest offseason surprise and winner was cornerback Kaiir Elam, which is a very good thing for the Cowboys, given the cornerback questions they are currently facing. Here's what ESPN's Todd Archer wrote, saying the Cowboys acquired Elam in a trade from Buffalo after he was not able to solidify himself with the Bills. The Cowboys had him highly rated when he came into the NFL. He started just 12 games in 3 years with 2 picks, but he flashed on numerous occasions in OTAs and minicamp. He had multiple interceptions and even dropped 2 more. He also showed the ability to run with the receivers. Maybe things change when the pads come on in training camp, but given the uncertainty the Cowboys have at corner with Trevon Diggs and third-round pick Shavon Revel Jr. working their way back from knee injuries, they need Elam to be a factor. Now, if you watched any of our OTAs and minicamp coverage, Elam earning praise is probably not a surprise to you now. It is maybe a surprise given where he was viewed going into OTAs and minicamp, but it's a good thing to hear it again. And it is a positive outcome for the Cowboys and a good outcome overall for Dallas, assuming he can kind of keep stacking good days together once the pads do come on, because the Cowboys need somebody to step up at corner. Somebody has to step up and be a piece for them. Elam was doing that early in the offseason. He's taking advantage of the opportunity that was presented to him. And it feels like, at least for now, and we'll see what the injury statuses are, but with DaRon Bland seemingly aligned to play a lot of nickel corner, it seems like Elam is in line to start at corner, and we'll see if and when he gives that job up. The Bland can do inside-outside stuff. Diggs, I don't think, is ready for week 1. We had some updates on that yesterday. Go check it out. It's on the channel. Revel, I am excited about long-term, but he probably is going to need some time, frankly. And the other competitions, Kalen Carson and Izzy Mukwamu and Booth, and there's a real possibility that Elam is a top 3 corner throughout the Cowboys season, especially since injuries happen, and he might be counted on throughout the year, not just early on. So are you drinking the Kaiir Elam Kool-Aid, or are you a little hesitant to buy in? I get both, frankly. Why for yes and for no, sound off in the comments of today's show. You think back to our OTA minicamp coverage, or even just following online social media. Every day that was open to the media at OTAs and at minicamp was another pass breakup for Kaiir Elam, another PBU. And that's what you want overall. You do want both sides of the ball getting wins. And this extends to training camp. Unless it's really numerous, I actually am okay with my quarterbacks throwing interceptions in OTAs and minicamp. It means, A, they're trying things. They're not just taking the check down, which is boring and not a good sign for your overall health of your offense. And if your defense isn't making any plays, probably means one is bad. And I think it kind of had some issues with that with kind of the secondary overall at OTAs and minicamp, kind of the second unit even, because you had a lot of corners banged up. Trevon Diggs was not out there at all due to his knee rehab. Shavon Revel, did some individual stuff, but wasn't really out there. Josh Butler was rehabbing. Andrew Booth missed time with some undisclosed issue. Kalen Carson did some individual stuff, but he wasn't out there. So then it was like, hey, you got DaRon Bland, we got Kaiir Elam, Izzy Mukwamu. Our second team corners are like, Bruce Harmon, Kamon Hall are getting real playing time. And it was a very dicey, thin group overall. That's why the second team offense had so much success, because it's a bunch of fringe at best NFL players, fringe practice squatters, frankly. So because of the injuries, all those guys missing time, Elam stepped up. He has taken advantage and made some plays, and he'll probably stay out there with the ones once training camp gets going. With that said, there is still a long way to go. I am not anointing him as he's now going to be everything I thought he was going to be coming out of Florida. but it's a good first step for Kaiir Elam. More on this to come, but the Dak Prescott number shirts, t-shirt, jersey shirt, whatever you want to call it, is on sale at a mega discount. It was $39. Now it's $10. I am not a big t-shirt jersey guy, but for $10, I mean, why not? I even bought one for my dad. Links in the comments section and the description of today's show. It's chatsports.com/Dak shirt. Again, chatsports.com/Dak shirt. Let's do some more on Kaiir Elam. Overall, much like the Cowboys, I'm curious where they had him graded, but this was a player I liked a lot coming out of Florida. I liked a lot of his game, even though there's been some concern in recent years over Florida corners in general that so far has unfortunately bore true for different reasons for each guy, unfortunately. That's why I don't helmet scout. I am hoping a change of scenery helps. Coming out of the draft, and these are all publicly available, you can always go check out my grades. There's plenty of things wrong there. I had a first/second round Coward's grade on him. He was 19th overall on my board. He went 23rd, one pick before Dallas took Tyler Smith, which was a huge miss for me. I had him as the 4th-ranked corner. He was the 4th-ranked corner that was taken. By the way, the corners in front of him, Derek Stingley, Sauce Gardner, Trent McDuffie, all of whom were top 10 players for me. That was a really good cornerback class, man, especially at the top. But Elam hasn't done much. He just never got going in Buffalo, whether it was a fit, schematic thing. It never fits the way it was supposed to fit. It was very strange and weird how things never quite materialized the way they were supposed to. In the end, Elam got flipped for a 6th and a 5th round swap. Those picks, by the way, it was 170 to the Bills, ended up becoming Jordan Hancock. There's also a future pick next year going to Buffalo. Dallas got 204 back. They took Ajani Cornelius in the 6th round. So it was Elam, a future pick, and Elam, a future pick, Ajani Cornelius for Jordan Hancock. They didn't give up very much. They moved down essentially a round to get Kaiir Elam. And so far, the returns have been positive there. Again, more on this to come. But if you are a true diehard Cowboys fan, look, I know what time of the year it is. It's July. I know that if you're watching this far into a video, you just love the Cowboys and you love football. So if you haven't already subbed, we're one of the few YouTube channels doing daily videos out there. This time of the year, people got vacation stuff. I might take a couple-day trip. I'm still going to put videos out each day. Hit that sub button, youtube.com/@CowboysTV. So overall with Kaiir Elam and expectations and stuff, I don't even think the ideal realistic, if it is the peak idea, but the ideal realistic outcome is that Elam lives up to his draft position this year for Dallas. He looks like a top 10 corner, and oh my God, the Cowboys got the greatest steal of all time. That'd be great. I would be very happy if Kaiir Elam simply becomes a low-end, survivable starting corner. Someone that, he's not going to lock down A.J. Brown or Devonta Smith and be a lockdown corner like the way I thought he had the potential to be, but just someone that, okay, he's out there. He's not Derek Stingley. He's not Sauce Gardner. He's not Trent McDuffie from that class, but it's not Deshaun Wright either. Not even sorry for the shade, frankly. Someone who can play, can be a contributor, can be a part of your defense, that you don't have to be we got a game plan around our number 2 corner being terrible. My top concern for this Cowboys cornerback room overall is that we kind of revert back to some previous years. Remember that playoff run? You ended up beating the Packers, but you were trying every single corner out there. You were trying Kelvin Joseph. You were trying Deshaun Wright. You signed Xavier Rhodes off the street. You gave Izzy Mukwamu a chance in the playoffs, and it actually worked out pretty well. That is what I want to avoid, where the Cowboys are trying somebody new every single week at corner, and it's just not working. Give me steady, survivable play, and that'll be a win from a trade perspective and an impact perspective for the 1-year trial run of Kaiir Elam. So what is your confidence level in Elam? Scale it for me from 1 to 10. 1, obviously, on the low end, 10 on the high end. Let me know in the comments of today's show.